The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good Wednesday morning to everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Of course, everybody knows I'm Ed, and man, we got a busy day today, so let's get started with this. We got a special guest with us this morning. We have Miss Deborah Erickson from the Blind Kitchen. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
No problem, sweetie. Always welcome. We got Miss Carol. How you doing, Carol?
I'm well. Good morning, everyone.
All right, and then my brother Pedro back there pushing the buttons.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
All right, so we actually have 3 interest groups going on today. First up is Miss Deborah Erickson, and her Blind Kitchen thing. So I'm gonna let her talk a little bit about that, and then we'll move on to the other 2 interest groups. So tell us what you're gonna be doing today, Deborah.
Okay. Well, at a special request at the last discussion group, someone asked, because the holidays were coming, could we talk about making cookies? And especially trying to decorate cookies with vision loss can be challenging, but there are ways. But I also want to say that in our discussion groups, I don't just drop recipes. We talk about the principles of baking and what happens scientifically, formation of gluten, what if you use white sugar versus brown sugar, what will the difference in the outcome be? So we cover a lot of the science and the art of cooking so that you can, first of all, be able to cook with vision loss. There's a lot of tips and strategies that apply to other things other than cookies, like accurate measuring and labeling and things like that. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, with the focus on cookies, but the science and stuff will definitely be dropped throughout the discussion.
Man, I can't wait to get me some of them Christmas tree sugar cookies. They were always really, really good. So, well, I look forward to hearing more about that, and that will be today at 2 p.m. this afternoon on the Zoom link that we always provide. So come on in, check Deborah out, get some tips and tricks and stuff on how to do this cookie holiday baking, as well as possibly some utensils. How do you call it? Adaptive utensils.
Yeah. Adaptive measuring tools and measuring cups and all different kinds of things that are available to us that you may even have in your kitchen right now, but aren't aware of how adaptive it is.
Right. So, all right. Well, that's always a lot of fun sitting in on Deborah's class. We always have fun with that one. So, next up is going to be Pedro and Brittany. I don't know where Brittany is today. She's MIA. I don't know. Maybe she wore her out yesterday with all of our white cane stuff. So it was a busy day. I mean, we were literally on the train at 6:45 in the morning, and I think it was almost 6:45 when I got off the train back home. So
Long day.
a long day all the way down into Long Beach from San Bernardino. So, but anyway, what you got going on? You got two groups, Pedro. You got the AI starting at 5, and then you got your tech class starting at 6. So what you got going on today?
Um, we're just gonna go over on the AI for beginners. On some basic prompting, different prompting for different let's say task. Just give some examples, and then open up the floor for a few questions and things like that. You know,
Okay. Uh,
um, maybe offer a few tips on the iOS side and a little bit on the Windows side. Just some informative information for people.
right, right. Make sure everybody's actually getting it at this point, and they got themselves signed up, and
Yes.
yeah, all that good stuff. Like I said, we're just trying to take that one really, really slow because we think it's really important for people to learn how to use AI to their benefit before it learns how to use you to its benefit.
Good point.
Right.
So anyway, and then what you got in the tech group later?
Um, we're gonna be looking at voiceover and what's new in voiceover with this iOS 18 and a couple of other uh neat features that are on the accessibility side. But I'm also gonna look at some other features that are more basic, but I'm gonna keep it within voiceover and some of those things that benefit our community. Um, I think they have some other features for other uh, motor skills, people that have problems with their motor skills, but I think we'd be able to take advantage of that feature also. So I'm gonna look into that, and we're gonna touch that in the class and let people ask the questions that might need help with voiceover and other features within voiceover.
Right. Okay. Well, as always, we're trying to make sure people stay ahead of the curve, not behind the curve, and learn how to use this technology to their advantage to improve their lives and quality of life. And like I say, we just all want to live our best life, right? So, but anyway, so did you do anything special for White Cane Day, Deborah?
We did. Do you know they've come out with a blind Barbie now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We did a couple shows on that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, we were at the studio and we it put her, I don't know exactly what they did. The image description says she's in the foreground wearing an apron with the Blind Kitchen logo. A friend of mine made it for her. And I'm in the background. I'm almost 6 feet tall. And she's 11 and a half inches tall, but she looks as tall as I am, apparently, because she's so close to the camera. But we both are taking one step forward with our cane, extended in the arc to the right of us, and that was our photo for Blind Barbie doll, and a shout out for inclusion and normalization, and thanks to Mattel.
Right,
So
right,
that's what we
right.
did for White Cane Day.
Okay, okay. Well, that sounded like it was a lot of fun.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, I could not believe all the so we have costume hair and makeup, we have a floor director, we had 2 guests at the studio. Everybody was playing with the Barbies. That's what they wanted to do. They didn't want to help set up the set or anything like that. They just everybody was like brought back to their childhood. It was really cool.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all exclude Ken, or was he included in there somewhere?
Nope, Ken was excluded. There's no blind Ken.
Uh,
He's her
well, I guess
sighted guide, I guess.
maybe, maybe, maybe we need maybe Ken can show up with a guide dog. How about that one?
I like it. I like the idea. Give him some dark glasses. I see it.
Hey,
I see it. I see
why
potential.
not?
Thank you for that.
That might be a great idea right there. Mattel, you owe me. So, so anyway, so what happened without you out there in Texas, Carol? You participate?
Yes, we had, our little event at the NAMI museum downtown, and everybody just kind of walked around the block, and we kind of represented and let people be aware that we're out here, and it was just a lot of fun, just having people just to be seen. A lot of people stopping people and just, yeah, you just hear the crowds just amazed with just what we were doing and just real excited about just we're out here.
That's
So,
right. That's right. Well, that's what it's all about. The White Cane Awareness, White Cane Safety Day. It's about letting people see us out there. Again, they see groups of us at that point, right?
right.
They don't really pay a lot of attention to us when we're just out there and out and about by ourselves or whatever. Oh, look at that blind guy. Oh, it must be amazing, him for the do. It ain't all that amazing. It's just that's what we do. But anyway, yeah, well, me, well, I shouldn't say it that way, right? That's not proper. Pedro, Brittany, and Monica, and myself, we all went to Long Beach to the Veterans Blind Rehabilitation Center out there for a White Cane Day. They had, it was a nice event. I don't know where we started about 11:30. We was over about 2. So, but had a lot of speakers there, and they spoke about their feelings of the white cane and how it's changed their life, improved their life, all that good stuff. And then we went out and did basically the same thing. Went and did us a little walk. I think we went all the way around the block as well. And then we were chanting as we were walking, and I don't know. It had to be like Pedro said, maybe about 50 people at least.
What were you
And
chanting, Ed?
what was it? Pedro's better than me because he was chanting it right along with him. Dogs and canes lead the way. Uh, White canes every day. Uh, 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 no, something. Then it was Independence. I know. Yeah, I'm messing it up, Deborah. I can't remember.
You're almost there.
Almost there. I know Independence. I know.
Independence every day or something like that.
Yeah, but I can't. What was the white cane?
Uh,
Okay, so it's dogs and canes lead the way. Then it was white cane something, and then
White
independent.
cane. What? Oh my God! Now I'm blanking. You just said it though. You said white cane every day and independence lead the way. I don't know.
Something like that.
Oh,
It was
white canes. I don't know, but I was chanting and then I went off on my own little chant and everybody was laughing. But yes, we did. We were walking the curb. Honestly, I put my cane in the air and I was waving it like that so the traffic could see it too, though.
no.
You know,
Right, right,
I'm
right, right,
I was all in there. I was enjoying it, just having fun, raising awareness.
right.
With Blinded Veterans Association, at the VA right there.
Yeah, yeah. And then we came back, and then they fed us a nice lunch. Well, don't forget they did have coffee and bagels and croissants and all that stuff for us when we got there that morning. They were
Yeah,
hospitality was out. It was it was off the chain. It was really really good. They had a lot of people there that VA people that helped out. For those that needed assistance getting their plates and all that other kind of stuff. And again, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, and we hung out,
yeah.
and
And they
then we.
started their morning with their speech. Their president actually hit the podium too. Eddie, shout out to Eddie. Um, and then they had some students come up and talk about their experience too. They also had a few vendors there. They were showing off some guide dogs of America. They had a puppy right there, a strong puppy. He was all energetic, but he was young. They were still training him, but overall, it was they were out there. They were showing a little bit of some technology at a table. They were showing the friend pin, and friend pin is a pin that reads these tags that it comes with. And it's a tool that they were showing the veterans how to use it. We also use it in our community also. Um, I know people love to create those labels and put them on their jars, and the pen or the phone will let them know what what that item is. So they were showing some of that technology. They had a table with the Victor Reader Trek and a couple other models, and they were showing those off to some of the veterans. They were showing it off to everybody, you
Yeah,
know, and And what else? Their hospitality was great. Yeah, they did have coffee for us in the morning. It was a little chilly morning for me. I'm glad I brought my sweater. You know.
Well, he blamed all of his chanting, raging, whatever off of coffee. He said he drank a cup of coffee and got hyped up, and
Hey, that
Pedro
coffee
was
was
so full
strong.
of energy. It was amazing,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But yeah, again, it was a great day. It was over at like uh 2 or whatever. I mean, of course, dealing with access and all that stuff. I don't think I got out of there till almost 3. By the time I made my way to the train and got on the train, like I said, it was early evening when I got home. So, you know, then I had to come home and had Andy was here to do Jaws and did that group. So it was a great day. It really was. So I enjoyed it. Look forward to next year. And we're going to have our walking mile for sure next year. We're working on that right now so we can have a proper venue and do it the right way. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, I don't know, Deborah, you got anything extra you want to share with us about what you got going on at the Blind Kitchen before we jump into some of these articles?
Oh, no, the newsletter is going to be coming out. It's going to be the recipe of the month is roasted whole cauliflower, and it's really good. You first parboil it in a flavorful broth, and then you roast it after you put a rub on it. It's really good. But
Mm,
the reason we chose it was because a whole cauliflower resembles a human brain, and we it's for Halloween, so
Right, right,
that's how we
right,
came up with that.
right.
But yeah, no, I'm busy doing workshops and conventions and uh, yeah, just trying to answer all the calls, doing the packaging and shipping. So thanks for asking. We're doing well,
How
growing,
do
and that's a good thing.
how do people sign up for your newsletter?
Yeah, we have a distribution of over 2,400 people now.
Okay.
mm.
Again, how do they sign up, Deborah?
Oh, how do they sign up? I'm sorry.
I'm trying
You
to get you up to 3,400. Okay.
Thank you. I'd love that. You can either write to info@theblindkitchen.com, or if you go to theblindkitchen.com on the website, you can submit a request to be added to the newsletter, and then you can kind of also take a look around. It's a very screen reader friendly website, no pop-up ads, anything like that. You're going to be able to stay focused where you need to. And then each of the adaptive tools that we sell, it comes with a video or a detailed written description telling what it is, what it does, why it's blind friendly, and how to use and care for it. So it's a very blind friendly website for sure. So yes, subscribing to the newsletter is free, and we give a recipe of the month. We give a tip of the month. We talk about the tool of the month, and then kind of what's going on in the Blind Kitchen.
Right, right, right. Well, and I mean, I know we do a little cross networking there. I get some folks that have only done the newsletter from you, and now they're doing stuff with us, and vice versa. People to catch you over here, and now they're signing up for your newsletter. So it's all working out for everybody.
That's so true. Yep. Yep.
So all right. So anyway, where are we at here, brother Page?
We're
We're at
at
9:19.
mhm.
I don't know. You want to run one before we do our midway promo
Yeah.
stuff?
All right, let's do that.
Robots learning via AI-generated data. A breakthrough in robot training is unfolding with the development of Genema, a new system that helps robots learn through AI-generated images. This innovative approach uses image-generating AI technology, similar to Stable Diffusion, to simulate various scenarios and robot movements. These simulations then guide robots in both virtual and real-world settings, allowing them to perform tasks with greater accuracy and flexibility. Traditionally, training robots for complex tasks has required large datasets and human intervention. Genema's unique use of AI-generated data changes that by reducing the need for human-generated examples, speeding up the learning process. Robots are now able to see and adapt to different environments and tasks, from factory settings to healthcare and beyond, learning to navigate intricate situations autonomously. This advancement has far-reaching implications across industries. In manufacturing, robots trained using Genema can quickly adapt to assembly line changes. In healthcare, robotic assistants may perform surgeries or assist in patient care with heightened precision, all learned through these AI-driven simulations. By merging image generation AI with robotics, Genema could mark the beginning of a new era in automation, pushing the boundaries of what machines can achieve. This method of training represents a significant step toward more autonomous and adaptable robots, setting the stage for future innovations in artificial intelligence and robotics. Now back to the coffee time crew.
Well, I mean, again, as we've been saying for, I don't know, almost a year now, man, this AI stuff, you need to get with it because it's here. It's not going nowhere. I mean, a lot of people don't realize AI has been around for actually over 10 years. It just hasn't been available to the public. I mean, corporate America has been using it for many, many years, forecasting various aspects of business, trying to use it now. And you see what they're talking about here. I mean, when's the last time you went to McDonald's? You go in there and you got kiosks and, rare that you actually see a person anymore, right? So again, AI has taken over and a lot of different things. I mean, they've got a lot of different robots, which is what this thing is talking about, so now they're pre-training these robots in essence for, I mean, I hate to go here, flipping burgers and cooking fries and all that other kind of stuff. So a lot of the remedial tasks that, folks do in the kitchen at McDonald's are very soon going to be performed by robots. So, but that doesn't mean the cost of your Big Mac is going to come down now. So,
but those are simple examples that they might have an arm there that flips these burgers, but they are also gonna be an interest in industries like in the medical profession, on how they're training them, even for janitorial purposes. I know we've been to our local Sam's and they have the little robot that goes and is polishing the floor and sweeping in the same time.
right.
We have those. We're gonna have them in different aspects already. We do have those in Texas, those trucks by Waymo that are already delivering and dropping off payloads and stuff like that. Dropping off, doing things like that. We have those. How Amazon uses drones to deliver. Pretty soon those drones could be driven by AI too.
Right.
Yeah. So, in all types of aspects, robotics and artificial intelligence is coming in. The thing I am looking at is how can we combine workers with that technology and not push out workers from a
Right.
sector.
Of course, that's the biggest fear for, everyone is, oh, robots and AI is going to eliminate jobs. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Technology is the new, construction worker, if you will, rather than, don't get me wrong, we still need construction workers, but it's the new factory. You know what I'm saying? Learning technology, learning how to, all that kind of stuff. Well, we did an article a while back on that one lady that sits in the room and all she does is monitor the what is it, the servers all
Hmm.
night long. She's got a screen. It tells her when, this server is getting too hot and they turn the AC on for that server, or when a circuit board goes bad in a particular server, it lets her know. And then she goes and changes that out, So those are your new kind of factory jobs as I see it anyway. So, but I
Blue
mean,
collar
again,
jobs.
Yeah, blue collar job. You
Yeah,
know,
that you don't really need a degree, maybe a certification, and then that's a step that we might need to move towards. But we also need to combine both. In my opinion, I believe um, that a robot or artificial intelligence can be a helpful tool to the workers to get jobs done
yeah,
faster. And if a robot or AI, artificial intelligence, takes someone's job, those machines need to be taxed like a regular worker.
right,
Those companies need to pay those taxes, and something, if it is having happening so prevalent, in my opinion, I believe we're gonna need a social safety net. And people don't like those. Some people, and
right,
but we may need to do that. And if, let's say, we have a universal income, right? Let's say $2,000 or three, whatever it may be, right? Somebody put in someone in the media that is up there, that is pretty famous, said, "What about giving them 100,000?" It wouldn't really make sense. It wouldn't be affordable. But let's say you give 2,000, 3,000, right? Now you have extra. No matter if even if you're working, you're getting this income. You could leave your job to a different job and still have income to pay your bills and stuff like that and get by. But you also have money if you want to pay for your education to another field, or want to build a business, side business type thing too.
right,
Some jobs are gonna go by the west side. They're gonna go out,
right,
robots are going to take over it, and we might, as humans and as people, we need to find a medium. Maybe that might be being more creative, probably being online, having an online store, doing a live for your online store, or being creative and doing other different tasks that are more creative, in the sense that you can maybe even get income from that. But I think that's where society is slightly going, to the tech side, and it's going to be, you know, something has to happen, because of the manual jobs are slowly going,
fading away.
yeah, slowly fading away. Thank you. Slowly fading away. Well, we need to start seeing where people could generate money, and you know, and those companies that are going to use all these machines need to pay their fair share in taxes. That means they don't need
They're
to
not
get
gonna
a
pay taxes on the machine, Pedro. They're gonna pay
Nope.
taxes on the machine when they buy it, but they're not gonna pay taxes on the machine like it's an employee. That's just not gonna happen. That's one of another reason why they want to go that direction. So,
Those are
uh,
those companies, but think about it. If you're in a government position, right? You're saying jobs are going to be lost. Where is the government going to generate money from if it doesn't have taxpayers?
well, I mean, again, it's still we're always gonna pay taxes. We're always gonna pay taxes, whether it's at the store, at the gas pump, whatever the case may be. But we're
But
gonna
that's
move
a
away
problem.
from that. We're gonna move away from the political side of this, and
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna get,
I have a
Unless you,
thought.
oh,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Barbara.
n-
Deborah. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
I have another thought about how AI could possibly create jobs with the world of vision loss. The unemployment rate is like at 70% because employers are not willing. First of all, they're afraid we'll sue them if we should get hurt, and they're not willing to make a lot of some are, but a lot of them are not willing to take the chance on us. But with the technology that I've been hearing about, where they put cameras into glasses that you wear on your face, which is a normal. A lot of people wear eyeglasses, and that AI can give you information into your ears where it's just you. And I'm not going to say any company names or anything like that, but the idea that I could walk out in the world, have these glasses on, and be receiving information in real time about what is around me, that's going to make me more employable. So I
Right,
think that
right,
even though AI will definitely take some jobs away, I think it'll also offer jobs. And I'm speaking because of my world that I know, which is vision loss, but I'm sure
right.
it's going to work that way for other people with disabilities. And at least I'm hoping so.
So let me ask you this, Deborah. How do you see, well, the wearable technology like you were just speaking of, right? How do you see that helping you in your business, being a chef?
Well, it could help me identify, instead of me having to read Braille, like most people, if they're looking for the cinnamon, there's a row of things. If you're in a commercial kitchen or if you're home, there's a row of spices, and I could either use Braille or a pen friend, or I could just look over there then, and it'd say it's a third jar on the right. And so I could just, instead of me having to think and do and touch, it would be more, I hate to say the word normal, but it would be a more experience where I could look and touch.
More
I
efficient.
won't be doing the looking.
Ease of access is what we're trying to say. Ease of access.
I love that.
Efficiency.
Yeah. And if it says, cook the chicken till the juices run clear, well, that's not going to help me, not one bit. But I can use a talking thermometer, or maybe I wouldn't even have to pull that out of the drawer. I could actually just look down and AI would tell me what it's seeing.
Right. So okay, yeah. I mean, I get your point, because again, AI is going to be, for us. I've been saying this for a very long time, that AI is a game changer for us, right?
Yes.
I mean, you like you say, you just realize, 2 years ago, a year ago, we couldn't even imagine. We was all dreaming of having a device that could describe a photo to us, and now look, we got Be My AI, we got Picture Smart, we got Seeing AI, we got Envision AI, we got all kind of PixieBot, all of these various things out there now that are common, that will help us with those tasks. And
even VoiceOver does a pretty good job of guessing what it's looking at.
Right. Say image description within the VoiceOver. Turn that on and you get some image description. Somebody sends you a photo in a text message. Okay, it appears to be
Yes. And that's becoming standard. There's more. There could be way more advances. And I could see it already coming. But I wonder what company is going to take advantage of. They just need to add one more sensor to them glasses, and I know which one. And they could probably provide way more information. But in that point, I'm not giving out some ideas. I am going to go to this commercial break, and we'll be back.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
You are cordially invited to Blind United's Spooky Evening on Saturday, October 26th, 2024, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Veteran Foreign War Post 2070, VFW, 825 South Magnolia Avenue, Monrovia, California, 91016. Cross Street is Chestnut. Come and enjoy a fun, spooky evening with games, a costume contest, and Halloween treats with friends and family. 825 South Magnolia Avenue. Cost per adult $25, children $5 to $13, $15, children 4 and under free. The meal will include hot links and a grilled chicken sandwich, chips, potato salad, soda, water, and cupcakes. A cash bar will be available. Door prize drawings will be held throughout the event. Deadline to turn in money is Thursday, October 10th, 2024. You can sell your money to Blind United Incorporated at blindunited2022@gmail.com. All children must be accompanied by an adult to the restroom. For more information, you may contact F.A. Chandra Howard at 909-774-6290 or Cheryl Thurston at 909-821-9589.
So I always need to jump in here at this point because, of course, everybody knows we're beyond October the 10th, right?
Yeah.
So we have extended that deadline until this Friday. I'm glad we did. A lot of people are signing up. I don't know. I think I got like 6 people yesterday signed up. So it's a good thing that we extended it. It's always a help. But anyway, yeah, your new deadline will be the 18th. So if you want to come hang out with us and have fun and enjoy some holiday fun and some, who knows, you might win the costume contest or something, I'm anxious to see how all these costumes work out. I know Monica is talking about being the police, and Pedro said he's going to be a convict.
Yeah,
I'm going to
Very
start a
cute.
rumor here.
She's transferring me from a prison to another prison, and
Right, she's transportation guard, right?
Oh my goodness.
They got
That's,
some
And don't forget the
handcuffs.
popcorn.
But
Don't forget the
yeah.
popcorn.
we have a few comments. Monica says she had a great time yesterday. We all did, Monica. She also had a question for Deborah. She wanted to know what would you recommend to use besides a stove and a air fryer or crock pot to cook with? Because I think she's looking for like an Instapot or a pan, like a skillet that you could connect, I guess, with a
Well, like
top.
an electric skillet or something that you plug it in.
Because she cooks and she has these safety bracelets that have her information, and they get hot over the stove when she's cooking. So she
Oh,
wanted to know, do you have any suggestions of the different type of way to cook?
well,
Yeah, I know
anytime.
exactly what she's talking about, Deborah, because I have a silver bracelet I wear all the time, and
Okay.
you know, and when my, like I said, when I'm cooking on the stove over the top of the pan or whatever, doing this, doing that, that bracelet gets really, really hot on my arm.
What do you do, Ed, for that? I mean, anytime. I mean, it comes in it's exposed to heat. It's going to warm up.
Right.
Can you
Well,
insulate it? Like wear a heat glove or something? But you don't want to cover your fingers up when you're cooking either.
no,
As
no,
A
no, and I
fingerless
get
glove for
right, and I guess
cooking.
that's the question. Is okay. What do we do? Do you have any suggestions for what we could do, or maybe an adaptive, utensil?
Well, heat is heat, whether it's being produced by electricity or fire or air fryer or whatever. What I would tend to think is if you got something like they used to have these, I'm dating myself, but when you play tennis, they had like terry cloth wristbands that were stretchy, but they'd go over your wrist to
Right,
absorb
right,
the
right.
sweat. What if you were to put that on your arm and slide it under the bracelet? So now there is a layer of protection between your skin and the bracelet.
That one way. That's definitely one way.
I've never tried it, but that might be one way. If you could find some, like you use hot pads to pick up a hot pan, it protects your hands against it. If you could find something thick enough that would stay in place because you don't want it dropping into the food or into the fire or anything like that, that would go between your wrist and the bracelet.
And I'm thinking another direction as well, Deborah. Some of the stuff I know you sell on the Blind Kitchen is the long-handled spoon, long-handled utensils that would actually move our wrist away from the heat. Wouldn't be as close to the heat per se.
Oh, Ed, that's brilliant. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we have our wooden spoon. So this is, I'm not going into commercial here, but if you cook with a long-handled wooden spoon or a wooden spider or wooden tongs, anything long, first of all, it's not going to be able to drop down into the pot where you have to try and rescue it from under the hot liquid because it can't. The handle's way too long. But as Ed said, the handle also now hangs about 7 inches above the pan, or to the it's leaning in the pan.
Mhm.
So then you could stir, and the bracelet would be outside of the pan because
It might
it's
even
yeah.
be right. It might even be out of the, how can you say, where the heat is rising straight up with your longer handle. You're not in that direct flow of the heat going up.
You're out of that circle.
Right,
And
right.
I use the oven glove. I don't know if you all have them there. It's like a glove that fits on your hand, uh, like a regular glove. But it's I use that when I'm cooking because of the steam coming out of the pots and things of that sort. Of course, the longer spoons would help, but I just use a regular little spoon. But of course, the heat just comes up. I wear a watch, so my watch heats up, but the glove fits over that, and it fits my hand perfectly. And I have a small hand, and it's an oven glove.
Yeah, you
Okay.
know
You
what?
all,
That's a really good point. And the other nice thing about those, and we do have those in the Blind Kitchen. We also have grilling gloves that are like that. They have a thumb and 4 fingers, but they
yes,
also have those silicone designs on them. So
yes, where you
that's
could
another
it won't no
source.
slip, no, it doesn't slip
Exactly.
anything.
hmm
That's
So those.
exactly what I use when I'm cooking.
So those would be good choices too, but a lot of people with vision loss don't really want things on their hands, or as little as possible on their
Okay,
fingertips.
You
But
know,
other people like you, there's no one right answer. There's 100 right
right,
answers. Yeah.
right.
because you're all about not necessarily being designed for us, Deborah, but finding things that will work for us.
hmm
I'm thinking, I don't know, it sounds really crazy at this point, right? I'm a NASCAR fan. I love NASCAR.
Me too.
They actually have a set of gloves that those mechanics wear to where if they got to pop that hood and work on that motor on a
Oh,
pit stop,
right. It's hot.
you follow what I'm
I
saying? They
do.
reach there and then they grab that motor, which is extremely hot at that point.
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
So and another reason I say that is because myself personally, I don't like the mitten kind of thing, where it's the thumb and the 4 fingers are all in another section. I like to have my fingers individual,
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
That's important.
yes.
So I'm thinking maybe something like that might work as well.
That's a great
But
idea. I'll do
but
some
that's what I'm
research.
speaking of. It's a glove that you actually put your individual fingers in.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not a mitten. It's not a mitten. It's called the oven glove, and it's made just like a glove. Your thumb and 4 fingers fit it, and just like a glove that you would wear out, it fits cold, but it's made for the heat.
and it
Okay.
lets you adjust your fingers, spread them out if you need
Yes,
to.
you
Mhm.
spread
Yeah.
your
Right.
fingers out. It's not a mitten. No, I can't use
No.
the mitten. This
I
Right.
actually is a glove,
Yep.
and I
That's
bought
what
it
we
from
have.
Walgreens. Walgreens sells it.
Or
Okay.
you can get them in the
Now,
Blind Kitchen.
or at the blind
There you
kitchen.
go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Or you
At
can
the
get them in the
blind.
blind
Give that
kitchen.
website out
The
again.
blind kitchen. Say it again, Miss Deborah. What's the website?
What's the website?
Theblindkitchen.com, and they're called heat gloves, and they
Heat
only go
gloves.
up
There you
to
go.
your wrists, and that's purposeful because you don't really need
Yes.
to stick your hands in the oven ever. But we
No.
do have you, and you generally don't want to put your hands over the heat source. But if you're grilling, your hands are going to be over a heat source, that flame
Yes.
that's
Right,
coming up or
right.
whatever. So then
Yes.
we have the grill gloves, and they come up closer to your elbow to help
So
Right.
protect
now,
your wrist.
just to be clear again, Deborah, are yours the ones that had the 4 finger in one hole or the individual fingers?
Individual. I wouldn't
Okay.
I wouldn't sell the other ones. It's too
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it holds you hostage in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To me, those are like the oven mittens.
The old
Like I say,
fashioned ones.
yeah. And then again, rehab gave me the what you're calling the grilling one. They were silver with that heat reflective material or whatever on it, but
hmm
they come all the way up to my elbows.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Man, these things, man, they so bulky. It's just hard to do anything with them.
Right.
So I don't know.
Right.
I have to go and check out the Blind Kitchen and see
So,
about getting me some oven gloves.
Well, that's the other reason why I sell both models is there's a place for each of them, but those ones that the grill gloves take a lot longer to put on to get them up your arm. It's a lot of
Oh,
material
yes.
there. They're good protection against heat, but they are bulky. But they do have the fingers. But if you're working in your kitchen, the ones that come up to your wrists go on and off really quickly, and
Right.
you probably shouldn't have anything higher than your wrist over the heat anyway. There's a better way to do it without
Right,
exposing your wrists to the heat of the oven or
Okay.
the stovetop.
right.
Okay. Any devices? I think another comment was any other devices besides crock pot, stove, and air fryer to cook with that you
Oh,
recommend?
there's the Instapot, there's induction heat surfaces, which are very interesting. There are
Give us a
griddles.
little more explanation on
George
those. I never
Foreman
heard of
grill.
those.
Okay, so the induction is this type of stovetop, and mine, I have one that's about 14 inches square, tall, not tall, but wide,
Waist and
and
length.
it's about 3 inches high.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got mine marked with bump dots, but there is a digital display that we use to mark it. And when you put it, you have to have a certain kind of pan, a pan that a magnet can stick to. So, and then when you put it on, the magnets engage and it heats it up faster, and it's pretty easy to control. But the beauty of that cooking surface is that only the part where the pan touches the surface gets hot. Now there's a little bit of radiant heat around, where the pan is hot. It's going to be hot a little, like a half an inch around it. But
Right.
I can put anything else down on the surface of that same, 12 by 12 inch square. Let's say I've got a 4-inch round pan and I have it in the right front. It doesn't matter where I put it. The magnets are engaged wherever I put that pan. And that means the other 3/4 of that work surface are not going to get hot. It's amazing.
Oh,
They're
wow.
really cool, but you can only cook one pan on it at the time. Now they have some that have 2 heating units in one, and a lot of people have it just their whole stovetop is that. But I don't know exactly how that works. There has to be some way of knowing which section is which, because only one pan can be used on one burner, but those stovetops have 4 burners or 5 burners somehow.
Right. Right.
But there's yeah, but that might be a good choice for her, because it's only if she can keep her hand from being above the pan, and they're only like $60. They're not expensive, and I've had mine for years. We actually used to use them when I taught at the Commission for the Blind for students that were users of wheelchairs and where they couldn't come to the counter or the stovetop. We also had an adaptive kitchen, but they couldn't afford to get their kitchens at home. So if we didn't want to teach them in a kitchen they couldn't take home with them. So
Right.
we would, but some people had access to that, but a lot of people don't. So this you can just put on a tabletop and plug it in. And so you can be sitting in your wheelchair on a tabletop that adjusts for your wheelchair and be able to cook without getting a whole
Okay.
new kitchen.
That
Now,
sounds
Miss
really,
Mm.
really cool.
Miss
That
Deborah,
sounds
how do
like
you
good technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Like I
Yeah,
said, we
Carol?
got plenty of counter space. You can, like I say, line up 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
right?
Yeah, I think Carol had a question.
Yes, Miss Deborah, how do you feel about the electric woks? Because I'll use the George Foreman grill with my, chicken strips to just cook those, and then I'll chop those up and just throw that along with some pasta, broccoli, carrots, things of that sort in the wok. And it's electric, and it seems to work pretty good to where I'm not actually on the stovetop, but it's plugged in. Do you use those at all?
Electric woks are good, or woks that work over a fire. So the idea of the electric wok is you're cooking small amounts of food really fast, and then you're adding the next food. And the
Yes.
beauty of the woks is that you can slide the food, you like those chicken. Let's say you cook the chicken strips in the pan. Let's say you did it, and now you want them out of the way because now you want to throw in your red peppers. So the beauty is you can slide the food up the walls of the pan a little bit, and it'll be staying warm without being exposed to the heat, which is only intense at the bottom.
At the
The other
bottom,
is
right?
just residual heat. And then you can slide your red pepper up, and then you can put your water chestnuts in, and then you can slide it up, and at the very end, turn it off, bring it all back down, add your sauce, it'll warm through, and you're ready to serve it. The problem with those with vision loss is gravity's going to work against you.
And it's gonna
That
fall
chicken's going to want to
down.
fall right back down into the pan.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think if I were to design an electric wok or a wok at all, I would make the walls, I would keep it as big as it is, because that's the beauty of it, that you can have a lot of food in that pan without having it over the heat source, all of it. But I would make the walls less steep
Okay.
so that
not as much
gravity-
contour to it.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
not as round, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Because it's almost made like a triangle almost.
Yeah. Yeah. It comes kind of
And-
to a point. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's no, they're smart, designed for like doing the stir fry and stuff. But gravity works against us,
does.
unfortunately.
It does.
Okay. All right. We got a lot of cooking tips going on today.
I'll just skip my show. I'm all done.
No,
No,
a
I
lot of-
love cooking about it. These are great questions. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we don't want you to miss your group today because a lot of people are not going to hear this and going to show up to that, and then they're going to be calling
No.
me, Ed, where's Deborah?
I'll be
Hey,
tuning
good
in at 4
morning.
p.m.,
Good morning,
4
George.
p.m. my
Found him
time.
coming.
You
Good
said
morning,
George is coming, or
George.
he's in here?
No, George isn't down in the comments. He
he's
said,
down in the comments.
good morning, my Blind United family. I hope everybody's having a good day.
All right, my
Have
brother.
anybody heard of the app called Speakaboo? That's
No.
what his
Mm-mm.
question is. And no, George, I
Speakaboo.
have not. You should have been here to let us know.
He
That
actually
part
has-
right there.
He has our politicians in his area today. Colin Allred and Ted Cruz is going to be in El Paso today. So hopefully he'll get a chance to go and see him speak, maybe interview them.
Oh, yeah, George be on his interviews.
Yeah, he does. Hey, George is a great advocate for our community, especially in his local town there in El Paso. I mean, he's got local city politicians that are scared of George. So
I love that.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to be in his town, so hopefully he'll get a chance to speak to him. They had a debate last night here, so
I guess to have politicians scared of you is a good thing, right?
yeah.
Maybe Jesus could join him. He's in El
Oh,
Paso.
Baptiste.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's what they do, advocacy together. They hang out together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, George brought Jesus to us. So, yeah, he's a great advocate as well. So, I look forward to. I don't know, George. Is it going to be? You doing anything with that today or not? Since you down there in the comments hanging out, let us know.
Yeah, it's a fierce race down here between the two of them. Ted Cruz has been in for 12 years, and everyone wants him out. But we're a Republican state, and he just has won back to back. But he's got some competition, so it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out.
Well, I mean, and that's another thing. Everybody, please,
Vote.
vote. Get out
Vote,
there.
yeah.
Make sure you're registered. Was it vote.gov? That's wherever you at, vote.gov, and make sure you get to your state, your county, your city, and make sure you're registered and all that good stuff. Sign up for that ballot track so you know where your ballot is at all times. So I mean, great stuff. But we all got to get out there and we got to do our part. It's our civic duty to vote.
Amen.
You can't sit at home and complain about it if you ain't casting your vote. So, well, you can complain. It just ain't got no.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
There's no weight behind it. Mm-mm.
No weight behind it at all. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to that. I think we got to be putting together another special interest group, special event where here locally with Deborah, we go over the ballot initiatives and proposals and all that stuff and try to help people understand all the legalese of the verbiage within, the various stuff that they're trying to get passed or not passed and all that good stuff. So
Does it
Just
end up
trying-
in a fist fight?
I know because it's on Zoom, so it'd be virtual punches, right?
It's so hard to hold a political event. I'm not going politics. I'm just talking the nature of the way things are today. It's
Right,
so
yeah,
hard
right.
to hold a
Polarized.
political event. Yeah.
It is. And again, we're stepping back, and we're again, I'm going to stay away from all that kind of stuff. All we ask you to do is just please make sure you vote,
Yep.
regardless who you vote for. That's your
Mhm.
choice. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
but just stay informed, do your homework, make sure you know everything you need to know about your candidate before you actually cast that ballot. That's the only thing I ask. That's all. So, but anyway, I don't know. We ain't got but a few minutes. Anybody want to
Wanna
share anything?
let everybody know your email and your website once again, Deborah?
Yes, the email is info@theblindkitchen.com, and the website is theblindkitchen.com. And there's a lot of free information on there. A lot of audio described videos. Yeah, there's a lot of information, and please do write to me, and I'd be happy to. I respond to every email and enjoy the interaction. So, and plus, you guys give me ideas. Ed gave me one today. I'm gonna go and find a NASCAR glove somewhere.
Well, and the only reason I really brought that up because I know, being a former mechanic, whatnot, those engines are intensely hot. You know what I'm saying? And they reach down and grab them with no fear.
Wow!
I mean,
Wow!
I imagine taking a spark plug out of a motor. You know what I'm saying? At
Yeah,
that
yeah.
temperature. You know
I
what I'm
wonder how
saying?
thick they are. That would be the question.
They really didn't seem to be that thick because they have to be nimble enough for them to
Yeah.
do some of the intricate work on the motor.
Yeah, I wonder if
Wow.
it's something like a firefighter would wear or something like that, where it can't be that bulky. They can't run around looking like Eskimos, and fighting fires. Um,
Exactly,
the
exactly.
material has to be thinner. So I'm definitely going to look into that.
Yeah. So, and I would say, more of a NASCAR mechanic glove or something like that would
Right.
probably, when you do your search. So, but
Great idea.
Because
I'll
I think
use.
the one I have is up to 500 degrees, oven temperature. So I don't know how hot the engine gets, but that's what it says. I've never tried it
And
with
that's all
500.
you need for a kitchen. Your oven won't go any higher than that.
No, it
Plus,
doesn't.
the other question would be like the ones that you have and the ones that we have in the blind kitchen. You can throw them in the wash machine and wash them and dry
Yes, you
them.
can. Yes,
But
you
I don't know.
can.
I'd have to check that out about NASCAR. There's so many different things when you choose the tool or you're evaluating it.
Of course.
How
How durable
cleanliness
it
is as
is.
important as heat
Mhm.
protection. Yeah,
Right.
differently
right.
important. Hmm.
And I mean,
And
again, just, I, myself personally, I know, just as an example, I know a lot of cars, they don't really show it now. But, back in the day, it showed the temperature, but it's actually the water temperature, being of, maybe 180, 200 degrees. But that's when you reach down and you think about the exhaust coming out of there, that's basically a flame coming out of there. And that's a
Yeah, yeah,
lot hotter. I mean, it
It
can,
is.
I mean,
yep.
it's not going to get hot
Ed, we're
enough to
talking
melt it.
food, not cars.
And it's metal. It's
But we're
metal on
talking
the
about the
engine.
temperatures that these gloves are handling.
Yeah,
So,
well, a
500
spark.
degrees.
Yeah, a
No,
spark indicates a flame, which indicates
That's
very
right.
hot.
Yeah.
exactly. So,
I'm just
all right.
messing with you, Ed. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
Other
Don't
other
mess
great
with me
tools.
and Joey. Remember, me and Joey are the blind mechanics, man. So but yeah, no, this has been a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you coming on, Deborah. And again, please, everyone, don't forget to come and tune in today at 2 p.m. Pacific time for Deborah's The Blind Kitchen, and hear about how we're gonna make these beautiful sugar cookies and all that good stuff, and as well as come back a little bit later on, take you a little break, and come back at 5 o'clock for Pedro and Brittany's AI group, and then might as well just hang on in and do the Pedro's technology thing at 6. So that way you get
Voiceover.
a voiceover, all that good stuff, all the new accessibility features within the new iOS 18. For like I say, some of us do have motor skills. I mean, within our blindness, one of the main contributors, diabetes. With long-term diabetes, we end up with neuropathy, right?
Neuropathy.
Hmm.
You can't really feel with your fingers and stuff like that. So you can't tell if you're touching the screen or not. So some of these other accessibility tips and features will definitely help people out with all that kind of stuff. So I look forward to doing all that. And then, anyway, with all that being said, Deborah, I appreciate you for coming in, sweetie. Carol, Pedro, all the folks who commented within the comment section today. We appreciate everybody. So, we will see you tomorrow. We are scheduled to have a special guest tomorrow. We're supposed to have the creator of Carol's favorite app, PixieBot. He will be here tomorrow to let us know all about the PixieBot app and everything that it does and his journey to, within blindness as well as creating the app. So y'all come on out and hang out with us tomorrow. And we appreciate everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. It's hump day, y'all. So let's get it done and start this downhill road to the Friday, having another great weekend. So I appreciate everybody. Everybody have a great day. We out.